It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Prime Time.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the 7th-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz and the Washington Commanders are hoping to provide stability for each other starting in 2022. It's the third team in 3 years for Wentz and the fourth starter in 4 years for Washington. The big thing with Wentz has always been staying on the field. And last season in Indianapolis, he played a full 17 games, leading the Colts to a 9-8 record and almost into the playoffs.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A run here for J.D. McKissick. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
Wentz now on first down. And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's... Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And now, well, boy, this is a bit of a surprise to be kind. They accepted the holding penalty, so wipe out the interception, and their defense will stay on the field. Okay. Goff. And right away, he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So a rocky start on both sides offensively. Turnovers exchanged.
I saw what you did there.
What'd I do? Rocky. Too rocky.
I saw that. I got it. And right now, they're carrying it around like they are wearing boxing gloves. If we're going to have that kind of a reference, they've got to get it together and start playing a little bit better ball.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. McKissick again on 2nd down. He stiff arms him. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Sly able to put this one through, and it's 3-0 Washington. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Nice effort defensively there from Cole Holcomb. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. That's into the hand. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Inside the 20, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Joey Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Raymond was left not to bring it out. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. 17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Goff. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10. At their own 11. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Now that was a designed run. Now remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
To throw is Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Let's go, baby. Here we go. Back.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. Now the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. I tell you, when Carson Wentz can really step into one and get that 6'5" frame behind it, he can really launch it.
And this is more of the same right here. These guys have definitely been the aggressors here in the first half. They pushed the envelope in terms of play calls, and that's reflected in the score. And now they're in a position to widen this lead.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for Washington. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Goff now looking to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action. It's Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Having someone like T.J. Hockenson as your starting tight end makes you feel good as an organization because he finds ways to get open and gives his quarterback a reliable safety net over the middle or even to the edges. Case in point there, that play for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Goff. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Goff. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. Goff. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Back to the running game with Swift. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Goff now looks to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Montez Sweat, the 3rd-year edge rusher, had 5 sacks in 10 games in 2021, limited due to injuries, but still an impressive 21 sacks in his first 3 years in the NFL.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Khalif Raymond, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. As a 12-play drive. And it was T.J. Hockenson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with McKesson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This from 54 yards away. Sly able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 13. 1:47 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. On 1st down, it's gone. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 14. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And they're trying to line up quickly here. Goff urging them on. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Goff throwing again. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on there. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be covered up by the Commanders, and they are going to win this football game. A give up the middle to Gibson. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll run with Gibson. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.